So you feel like in order to be happy, he has to have connection with you and with his father. It's not about what's outside there, it's what within us. And only we decide what we allow us to make happy, and only we decide how we feel. So you see, what's happening right now is that you have this certain thoughts how these things should be. So you believe that to be happy has to have two parents and have connection with both parents. You believe that to be happy, or everything to be well, to be good, you feel better if your husband lives with you and you're not parenting by yourself. That you would feel better and everything would be better if he spent more time with you or with your son than he is with other woman. Every time when you talk, you say, I would like this to be this way. I think this things should be this way. I think that this is not right. This is right. So because what's happening, the way you're feeling right now, this fear, this insecurity, you're scared, you're worried, the way you're feeling, you have created this feeling with your thoughts. Instead of looking at the reality and think how I can deal with what it is, how can I use it to learn lessons? Instead of doing this, you are looking at the reality and you're resisting it. You're saying, you're just closing your eyes like, oh, I don't want to see that. It's too scary. That's not how I imagine it. Have a wonderful husband, have kids, he's going to have a child, he's going to be a wonderful father. And then this didn't happen. And now you are beating yourself up. You are creating the thoughts that disturb you, that bother you, that cause you feel like you're a less of a person, you're not a good person, and you're fighting this reality. What I would like you to write down as a reminder that I am resisting the reality instead of accepting it and using it to my advantage, learning from it. Another thing that I really want you to understand that we are, as humans, one of our needs is certainty. We like to be certain. Not just children, we as adults also like certainty. We want to know what's going to happen tomorrow, to know that we are covered, that we're going to have food, that we are going to feel good. We want that certainty because that's when we have certainty, we feel good, right? So what we are trying to do to feel good, to have that certainty, is to create the environment that we can control, that we know what's going to happen when, how people are going to behave. We are trying to make sure that we know everything that is going on and we are in control. So what we do, we have these rules. We develop some rules for people and expect them to behave that way. Because when we have rules and people behave the way we want them to behave, we feel good. Because you know what, if I know that, oh, has to show up on time every time, this is my rule, and you show up, then I'm happy. And then one day I have this rule and you don't show up, and then if I'm very strict with this rule, I'm going to be very upset. If I'm flexible, I'm going to say, and I'm trying to understand you, to put myself in your position, I'm going to think, oh, she's a busy mother, maybe she forgot, maybe something happened to her. So I'm going to be flexible and I'm not going to get upset. But if I'm very strict with my rules, I'm going to say, no way, she didn't show up. I'm so angry. I'm going to email her right now and tell everything what I think about her. She's irresponsible, right? So that's exactly what your brain is doing. By trying to protect you, to create certainty in your life, your brain is creating rules for your ex-husband. Your brain is telling you that, oh, he should contact my son. He should be a better father. He has to spend more time with us. He has to stop spending that much time with his girlfriend. So you have created all these rules for your ex-husband without even thinking about how he sees the situation, what he feels, what he wants, and what rules he has for you. And he does exactly the same. When he's blaming you and says that, oh, you didn't love me when you married me, my girlfriend spent less money than you, it means that he created, in his mind, he created rules for you that, oh, she has to show me love this way. So we are creating rules for each other. And when we don't and have some expectations, and when we don't follow the rules, when we don't meet those expectations, then your entire world just collapses and you feel desperate, you feel anxious, and you feel scared. Because that certainty that you built for yourself in your mind is not there anymore. So your job is to learn to stop trying to control your husband, to control the present and the future, because you cannot do that. As long as you keep trying to control the present, the future, and people around you, you're not going to be happy. He is his own person. Give up on that idea that you can. You cannot control other people. Let it go and let him make that decision.